What's good, YouTube? It's Jason Blaha here. Thought I would do another video sitting down for you. Sipping my water. Forearm shot. So, topic that came up. I had someone ask me on Instagram. It's like, hey, clearly losing body fat, clearly working well. What's your diet look like? And I'm like, yeah, I'll cover that. I feel like I've covered that a little bit already, but people are inquiring because they're like, well, I mean, you're keeping your muscle and you're losing body fat very visibly, going pretty well. And the thing is, I'm doing it without blasting gear. And I do want to be clear on that. So that's kind of relevant for when it comes to discussing diet a little bit. And that is kind of a take-home point with the protein overfeeding. That is one of the reasons I've been able to maintain muscle pretty dang good so far. I am protein overfeeding. So that's pretty much the basics of my diet. That is what my entire diet right now is structured around. And by protein overfeeding, that means that I try to get 300 grams a day, and then I loosen up my protein count after I hit 300. That doesn't mean I stop at 300. It just means that that is like my bare minimum to where I stop tracking. I'm only loosely tracking calories at this point. It's in the ballpark of 3,500, 3,600, but it could be off quite a bit day to day. It could be off 10, 15% from there. So that's just kind of my ballpark. That is what I shoot for, is over 300 grams of protein, and then whatever extra discretionary I get. That's not counting any of my plant proteins. That's just my animal source. So a lot of days it's closer to 400. So protein overfeeding, that's been a big part of it. And I've linked for you guys studies on that. My friend Alex Leaf, who I've been friends with, him and his wife for quite a long time, he did a protein overfeeding study. And they noted that it's not that protein overfeeding helps you gain muscle, it's that it keeps you leaner and it helps you lose body fat easier. And that's what they found. And it has to do with the thermic effect, the impact on nutrient partitioning, and then the appetite suppression. So it's not that the totality of what else going on with my diet is the magic secret. It is that I am literally just force feeding large amounts of protein. Again, 300 to 400 grams a day. And again, when I say that 300, I do mean that is, I never only hit that. That's just kind of like my target. Once I get there, I'm in the clear. I haven't had any real cheat days for a while. I've had a little bit of maybe a treat food here or there. But I mean, when I talk about a treat food, I'm talking like a slice of pizza somewhere, a couple weeks ago in there, something like that. I think I might have had worked into one of my meals like a Chick-fil-A sandwich, right? So that's how strict it is. That it's an occasional few hundred calories of something that's kind of junk food or processed food, and outside of that, it is literally just feeding protein, healthy fats, fruits and vegetables. And the fruits are relatively low. So when I say I'm eating fruits, it's mostly just frozen berries, frozen cherries. So if you guys look at what I've been doing, I put up on social media like Instagram, Facebook. I do put screenshots of some of just my quick grocery runs here and there if it's not a lot of stuff. Because I do bigger runs sometimes, and I don't always do a picture of that. But if I just need to top up a few things, the stuff that I'm grabbing and people will see in there is usually chicken. There's a lot of chicken breast. There's a lot of steak, occasional steak. The chicken way outweighs the steak. But chicken is a big part of my diet every day. At least a pound or two of chicken every single day. Chicken breast. I oven bake it. For those curious, I just put it in the oven on some of my big sheets that have the little grills on them. Oven bake it. I do a little bit of frozen fruit here and there mixed into my yogurts. I do a lot of Greek yogurts, and I'm doing those protein Greek yogurts. So I'm always trying to just get more protein, more protein, more protein. So I'm buying a lot of times. Well, let's see right here along here. Notice inside had peanut butter and walnuts mixed with it, right? Take a few frozen cherries in this one, but perfect example like the ratio protein, right? 28 grams of protein per 200 calories. I mean, more or less, I'm trying to keep protein as close to as possible to about 50% of my calorie intake. I'm doing a lot of healthy fats, a lot of vegetables. So healthy fats, it's a lot of nuts. I tend to mix a lot of natural peanut butter into the yogurts. I mix nuts in there, particularly walnuts for the omega-3, right? Trying to get healthy fats in. My chicken, I tend to throw not straight avocado. I just mix guacamole in it. I buy the pre-mixed guacamole. Sometimes the guacamole salsa. Sometimes at the store, I'll buy the containers of the pre-made guacamole. I'll throw guacamole on there. Throw some broccoli in it, some olives, some pickles, maybe a little spinach, or some diced carrots. Just whatever mixed vegetables I feel like throwing in, I just throw it on top of chicken. I either add guacamole or I add mustard. But again, try to get additional healthy fats. I'm not adding oils to any of that, so it's usually guacamole, olives. So I'm actually putting whole olives in there. Vegetables. So I mean, avocados and olives are kind of big on my diet right now. Again, trying to keep the healthy fats high, trying to make sure that my lipids and everything stay in a good place. I am trying to keep up with that. I do care about heart health right now. One reason I'm cutting is I want to make sure that that's not an issue. I've seen way too many of these other YouTubers die. It's another reason that I've said I'm not blasting gear, and that's one reason I'm adding healthy fats and I'm doing all those things. I want to keep my lipid profile in a good place. Another reason to trim down, to be lighter, be leaner, be healthier. Okay, so I am adding the healthy fats because I want to keep my HDL, my good cholesterol, up a bit. Okay. And I do like really high carb approaches, but right now I feel like for me, it's just a matter of I want to get my good cholesterol up because my HDL has not been always the best on blood work, and I'd like to see it bumped up. So I'm adding a lot more healthy fats. Plus they help reduce inflammation overall. And I'm still getting carbs, but the carbs are something like 100 grams a day, enough to fuel my training, which you guys see what the training looks like. It's pretty high volume. And that's pretty much what I eat, guys. That is what I eat. It is chicken with vegetables and healthy fats added, sometimes some steak. And if I do steak, I'll do some broccoli on the side. And it's a lot of these Greek yogurts mixed with nuts, peanut butter, frozen fruit, and then protein powder. I still buy the big containers of Optimal Nutrition, and all the time I throw scoops in. Usually after training, I usually mix in like 2 scoops for 50 grams of protein post-workout. Not because I think the anabolic window is really that serious, but because might as well, I'm going to eat all this protein. If I'm going to throw in an extra fast absorbing protein, it does maybe make sense. For that small possibility of a tiny little difference post-workout, I throw it in since I'm already going to be eating it anyways. And that's pretty much what my diet looks like at the moment. And until I get leaner, I'm going to kind of limit cheating. I'm going to limit cheat days. Gave away all the Halloween candy, did not eat a single bit of it, disposed of all of it, made sure it went away at the end of the night. So again, no cheating right now. Until I get leaner, I'm not worried about cheat days, any sort of real cheat day or real cheat meals other than an occasional thing. Like I said, I did have a buffet a few weeks ago, but I went into that fasted and I went heavy on the protein. I ate like 2 pounds of meat at that Chinese buffet. That was a few weeks ago at this point, three weeks or so, right? So that wasn't really a true cheat meal because I only ate the meat and vegetables and stuff for the most part. Pretty much what my diet looks like right now. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.